Hi everyone, it's James here from TSR Jivey Talks Tech. Now I feel like I'm banging on a little bit about this at the moment, but let's just say, if you want to have a successful recording session or tracking date, as they say over the other side of the pond, there are three things you need to get right. The coffee, the lunch order, and the headphones. The rest, as they say, is gravy. Now here at JTTHQ, also known as Location Recordings, I've spent a lot of time and effort making sure that the headphone system for the artists is as good as it can be. However, recently I've discovered a new piece of kit from a company called iFi Studio that has taken my artist monitoring to the next level. This little box is called the Zen Can Studio by iFi, and it's one of, if not the best headphone amps I've ever heard. And it's not just me who's been saying it. The artists and performers I've been recording recently have noticed too. So as much as we can say, wow, that sounds great, it's very hard to demonstrate the difference between a good headphone sound and a great and inspiring headphone sound. So what is the iFi Zen Can Studio? Well, this little purple metal extruded box is a very high performance, powerful, dedicated headphone amplifier for those who really care about the sound they're hearing, be that for mixing, performance monitoring, or mastering. Oh, and if you want, it can also be your monitor controller. Well, kind of. Getting the best performance from your headphones or IEMs just isn't possible from the output of your laptop or small-scale audio interface. The Zen Can Studio has 52 times more output, giving you everything you've been missing and helping you hear your recordings without running out of power. Zen Can Studio is designed to work with pretty much all headphone types and impedance ratings, and features 4 steps of 6 dB gain adjustment. So let's talk tech just for a minute. The Zen Can Studio uses a top quality custom OV op amp to deliver extremely low distortion and low noise output from its Class A balanced circuitry, which is taken from iFi's flagship unit, the Pro iCan Studio. The output of this thing is a ridiculous 15.1 volts at 600 ohms. Take it from me, that's a lot of output from a headphone amplifier. Stealth mode voltage circuits with heavy IC or inductive capacitive filtering separate the audio circuits from the internal power supply. A large capacitance power reservoir provides the drive for short, transient, high dynamic music signals. Both the balanced inputs from the D2A, for example, and the unbalanced inputs can be set up at the same time, providing maximum connection flexibility, whether you're working in the studio, live, or on the road. Internal noise is kept to a minimum as the MCU or the microcontroller unit and LEDs are kept in sleep mode and less actioned. All the internal switching is FET based to provide full audio transparency while handling very high peak signals and keeping noise levels and distortion ultra low, that's 0.0001%. There are plenty of audio interface manufacturers out there who could only dream of such low distortion levels. So let's take a look around. On the front we have the power button, the 3-way input selector toggle button, and the 4-position gain setting button, the main output volume control, the stereo 1/4 inch or 6.3mm jack output, the stereo mini jack output, and the mono selection button. The Zen Can mono selection feature allows you to switch between left, right, or left and right to both or either headphones, which can be great for checking phase and mono checking, as well as working with only mono one-sided mixes. Around the back we have the fully balanced, yes that's TRRS, 4.4mm input, the conventional 3.5mm stereo mini jack input, balanced 6.3mm 1/4 inch XLR inputs, a 4.4mm fully balanced output for your active monitor speakers, if you so wish, and the external power supply input. In future videos, I'll talk about the quality of iFi's power supplies, but for now, take it from me that these are no $4.99 Amazon Choice wall warts. iFi also supply the 4.4mm TRRRRRRR to male XLR breakout cable in the box. A really handy feature is the 5/8 of an inch mic stand mounting hole, because nothing screams pro like putting your headphone amp on the floor, right? So if you're the sort of person who lives to trawl their way through specs, I'll put a link to the iFi page down in the notes, but this stuff is not for the faint-hearted. I've never seen numbers like this on Pro Audio kit. It's completely off the chart. Okay, so you non-believers out there, you're probably already screaming at your phones. Who can tell the difference and who cares? Well, I care and I can hear the difference. I swapped out my normal Focusrite RedNet Dante headphone amps for the Zen Can Studio. No, sadly the Zen Can is not a Dante device yet. Oh, if only. So I had to run some extra cables from my audio interface outputs, but it was totally worth it. All of a sudden, the stereo image in my IEMs was wider, the bass was fuller, and I could turn the whole mix down as the mix just became less smeary. It was like a veil had been lifted. All the mud and distortion had gone. So not only did I enjoy the tracking session even more, so did my long-suffering hearing. Now, it has to be said that once you get to a certain quality level, and the Focusrite stuff is far from bad at all, the differences do become less and less, and you do start to get to the point of diminishing returns. How much better does a £1,500 set of headphones sound when compared to a £1,000 set of headphones, for example? However, the Zen Can Studio is 249 quid, which in studio maths is not even half the price of a decent mic. And it's only a little bit more than some of the headphone amps I was using at a well-known studio whose name I won't mention, where I had the worst tracking and recording session of my entire career. They really should try harder. So if you want to take your headphone monitoring to the next level, you really should check out the Zen Can Studio from iFi Studio. It's so much more than just another headphone amp. Thanks to the team at iFi for letting me try out the Zen Can Studio. More goodies coming from them very shortly. I really do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, hit the bell to be kept up to date with all things JTT. But for now, my name's James Ivey from TSR, Jivey Talks Tech, and I'll see you again very soon.